Talking it up on the Better Give Talk Show. We'll talk about issues. We'll talk about big ass medallions. Talking it up. Hey folks, it's Bobo the Vulture. This is the Barry Gibb Talk. This is Extreme Warfare Revenge by Adam Ryland. Never actually seen that sketch in its entirety before until like just over the Christmas break. I guess because it was on a Christmas, it happened to be on a Christmas episode of that Saturday Night Live, and so they show the Christmas episodes of Saturday Night Live on, I think it was VH1. Not really that important. By the way, Happy New Year, everybody! We got the top 100 workers here as we went through last year. I believe we managed to crack the top 25, didn't we? No, we did not. Silly me. Felcher, he's up there. Look at that guy. Well, I guess, yeah. No, we did crack we cracked the top 20 actually with our free agent Jamie Dundee. And I'm trying to remember, did we have any VCW exclusives? Yeah, Onyx and Doc Dean, both in the top 50 workers of the year, both above Colt Cabana. Interesting. And last time Hollyweird Grappling Company went bankrupt, and I was really interested in finding out whether there were people in that company that were out there for looky-loos. Man, look at this Austin Lee guy. He's pretty talented. He wants a lot of money, but not that much money. New Era Pro Wrestling. He's in an open contract with New Era Pro Wrestling. This is Brian XL here. I feel like Kate Seidel was one of the guys that we didn't think was ever gonna go for us because of how he was already working for Hollyweird Grappling Company or something like that. Wow, look at this guy. This guy wants a lot of money. A lot of these guys want a lot of money. Which, you know what? Fair play to them. They're... Oh, it's Chris Sabin. Wow, Chris Sabin is, he's a good high flyer. He's criticized for being lazy in the ring. Chris Sabin, for a long time, may not, I guess, necessarily be now, but was considered the golden boy of TNA. Well, apparently he got let go, but he remembers being that because he's looking for 40 grand an appearance. Christopher Daniels, yes please. He doesn't think our promotion is big enough for him. He wants 70 grand a shot. Well, you know what? That's the thing. Oh, look at all these great workers. He uses the hypno bang. He doesn't like William Regal. Well, I don't know if I can get behind anybody who doesn't like William Regal. William Regal's an awesome dude. There's Erica Porter. We're thinking about picking up, thinking about starting a women's division just for reasons of being able. Wow, Hydro is unemployed. He wants 45 grand. Maybe that's why. Hydro, if I remember right, is the name that the game database uses for Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal, damn good wrestler. So it's understandable that he wants a lot of money. Johnny Jete, good all-rounders. Kid Video Fabulous. That Silva looks like he has potential to do great things. Low Key. Yeah, now that I'm remembering, I think Low Key was the statistically highest guy in this game that wasn't a part of one of the big feds. He's been criticized for working too stiff on occasion, though, so that's something to be concerned about. He is friends with Christopher Daniels. He also, yeah, he also thinks our promotion isn't big enough for him. He wants a lot of money too. What about Men's Teo? That guy's good. Also, doesn't think our promotion is big enough for him. Nate Webb. Look at all these talented workers. Fly on, Ryan Wing. He would use the fisherman's suplex. Salvatore Renoiro, Seth Knight. Seth Knight might be even better than Seb Knight. He has been criticized for being lazy in the ring. Like JP Monroe. We know who Sherry Bop is. Which isn't to say that we shouldn't be interested in what Sherry Bop has to say or do. Tommy Suede. And Xavier. Oh wait, was it X? Who's Xavier? Oh, maybe Xavier was the one that was Jay Lethal. I'm going to find out, folks. Don't worry. You don't have to drop everything and pick up your Google or your perfect recollection. I'm going to look it up right now. Who is Hydro? Any alter egos for Hydro? No. What about Xavier? Any alter egos for that name? Xavier and John Xavier. So, I guess he uses his telepathy to fly himself around through the air. Well, fine. If you're not going to do that, then tell me about alter egos for Jay Lethal. The alter ego of Hydro. Well, thanks for not finding that at Hydro. Weirdos. Our top draw is Doc Dean. He should be the focus of our shows. I could see it. Steve Austin might be nearing the end of his contract. WWE. Chris Benoit. Oh boy. So let me just make sure. Pretty sure last time I did go ahead, yeah, sign up a new sponsor. I believe that was Charisma Carpentry. Or was it? No, it was Ed's Cacti. That's right. Number 1 for Cacti. There you go. And actually, let's go take a look at the books here. We made $500,000 last month, and went ahead and pumped another 50 grand per month into advertising, right? Something like that. And another little bit of money into merchandising. We do not have enough money to improve the condition of our training camp yet. We'll get that at $1.5 million, which we do not have yet, but hey, a little bit more clean living like this, and we'll get it. So let's just run a little lean for a few months, get ourselves up to a good training camp. Maybe that'll. I want to see. Want to see how good we can get this place going. All right. Lazarus and Onyx now have 2 experience working as a team. Memphis and Michael Rains have 65. The Mox family have 18. And the Strong brothers have 67. Looking forward to having that tag feud working. Let's go ahead and let's look at the second, because I think there may be, you know, it's the first day of a new month, sure, but it's also the first day of a new year. Mike Sullivan, 411. Well, never mind. I guess there weren't a whole lot of interesting tidbits of news there after all. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Our shows are on Tuesdays, right? It's the level of close attention and detail I'm paying here to the operations of our business. Thank you, Bean. Got it. Tea is delivered. Deliberance. Alright, bunch of ratings for television shows. And some television shows that got renewed. Good for those television shows. Alright, right now I got a primetime TV slot. We got good ratings. KJLA. What else could we possibly want? Another TV show? That would be a lot of work. A lot of work, guys. A lot of work. Would probably be to the good in terms of our see, Dysfunction, Sebastian Knight. Actually, what was the feud I was thinking of starting here? I was thinking, let's see, Todd Sexton. No, it was... That's right, I was thinking of having Dysfunction and Trent Baker have a feud. The main issue being when this feud ends, Dysfunction is going to be way, way more over than Trent Baker. Let's prepare to turn him. Let's change his managerdom to Ms. Vanessa. And we're going to have him come back. He's going to be a face in a feud with Dysfunction later on. And in the meantime, we're just going to build Trent Baker up so that he has an opportunity to be able to compete on that level. Let's do an angle. Let's do a turn angle. Authority heel, turn aligning with other heel. Authority heel, turn aligning with stable. Face X heel from front of friend. Face found talking to heel. Face turn by appearing as surprise partner. These are all heel turns. Manager face turn appears with face. Manager face turn stands up to heel. Manager turns. Marriage bride turns on groom. Interesting. Singles face turn via call out. Singles face turn via Singles heel turn by joining manager, joining stable. Stable kick out singles member. Stable offers tag team spot. Tag team turn by swerve. Tag team turn by heel turn. Tweener got between phase and heel attacks. No. There are a lot fewer opportunities to become a face. The way that this game seems to be arranged. So basically, you can become a face as a regular wrestler, more or less just through a call out or by saving somebody. Well, wait a minute. Are there... Maybe there are asterisk segments in other... Okay. Yeah, are there asterisk segments here? Nope, there's just a note. Angles marked with that will turn if set. Well, what about... Debut angles, other angles. Angles don't fit in any of the other categories. Work arrives, celebration, limo, retirement, passing a torch. Nah, we're pretty much just looking at turn segments here. Indeed. What about diva angles? Is it possible that or video angles? No, they're not going to put together a video package in which somebody says, "Hey, this guy's really turned himself around." That's right, he turned himself around. I say you, he did. All right, so pretty much we haven't gone through any category, but none of them, other than turn angles, have had any asterisks that illustrate this will cause. Oh, wait. The asterisk isn't there. It is only... Worker turns face by saving another worker. Oh, I got an idea, actually. What if, because eventually we're going to have Dysfunction Sebastian Knight feud, or because we currently have Dysfunction Sebastian Knight feuding, what if we had Trent Baker come out to rescue Sebastian Knight? I know, it hardly makes any sense considering they were about to feud, and then they didn't. And yet, here we are, face to face. He's gonna come out. Trent Baker's gonna come out to save Seb Knight from dysfunction. That's how it's all gonna work. Singles face turn, saving another worker. Trent Baker is going to save. The attacker will be dysfunction. The victim will be Seb Knight. There we go. That's going to be a red hot angle no matter what, because it's got all these guys involved in a storyline. And Trent Baker's going to come back in here. And then later tonight, there's going to be a match between Trent Baker and Sebastian Knight. Let's make that happen. Or Trent Baker and Dysfunction. Wouldn't make any sense if he came out to rescue him and then that happened. Oh yeah, let's introduce Dysfunction first. Versus Trent Baker. Let's give this win, well, let's see if Dysfunction will accept losing to Trent Baker. He will. Trent Baker manages it clean, because that's his living now. He is clean living. He's out of rehab. We are not suggesting that anything else would happen. And Dysfunction gets out of there because he can't stand up to the power of a renewed and reinvigorated Trent Baker. We're putting on a good match here, everybody. Check that mess out. I'm a genius booker. I only book geniuses. You know what? I am tempted, as this is the first show of the new year, I would like to have, like, Enigma come out in the opening and say, congratulations to Doc Dean being named the 24th highest ranking star in our skies. Or the one of the top wrestlers in the world. Also, Onyx was named to that same list. To celebrate these two, both top 25 or top 20 superstars in the world of wrestling, they'll go head to head tonight. And yeah, that might have actually been the main event that we had last show. I can't remember. If we did, it was a barn burner, so let's do it again. Now we have the let's give this victory to Doc Dean. We got to push Doc Dean to the moon so that he can be a challenger for Jarrell Clark. Some people would suggest I might make Onyx the next world champion. I don't know. They're both really strong candidates for that. Actually, I like to think, I must say. Then Handshake. In due respect, they are such good dudes. They admire the craft. They know what they're up to. They're up to putting on a good match is what they're doing. Angle. This is going to be an authority angle. Worker will be here next week. Authority awards a singles title. Authority figure books a singles match tonight. It's going to be Enigma booking Doc Dean versus Onyx. Our own homegrown talent squaring off tonight. And yes, I suppose our top star is actually Jamie Dundee. And he's not getting a match. He may not actually be available right now. Yeah, he's not even. He couldn't even be here tonight. Pfft, Jamie Dundee, come on. A turn angle involving Baker, Dysfunctio, and Knight. That's pretty good. Could have more building up of this feud with Majik and Katsushi Takamura. Although honestly, we have more than enough matches ready to end at the next pay-per-view. We've got like, what, 4 or 5 big matches already. But these ones are all pretty much ready, right? Yeah, these ones are, the main angle, major feuds are already ready. Strong Brothers versus Fast and Furious is not ready yet. And I'm okay with it going to another pay-per-view because I kind of want to see them sort of feud undercard. And I want their match at the next big pay-per-view event to be a big 4-team dance for the tag titles. That's what I want to have happen. So, let's have Katsushi fight somebody. Katsushi could fight, I mean, he's the sort of guy he could fight pretty much anybody in our, let's see, he's 63 over 67, 75 versus, yeah, well, let's be fair. These guys are not a perfect lineup of talents, but also Lazarus is not under written contract, so why should we be rewarding him with these little one-off matches when we could be giving them to somebody like well, Jason Showman isn't on written contract either, is he? Trent Baker's about to turn face. Give a big win to Cedric Strong. Or Roderick Strong. Onyx already has a match today. Sorry there. How about giving Jarrell Clark a tune-up match with Katsushi Takamura? Their skills are actually not that far off. Jarrell Clark is actually not really massively talented. But, you know, he's just had some good gimmicks. He's been loyal to us for a long time. We're very good at promoting talent. So get some of those factors together, and Jarrell Clark going to go to the moon, you know? That's right, we're going to make him travel to the moon. Let's go ahead and have a one-on-one non-title match. Bless you. Between Jarrell Clark and Katsushi Takamura. And there's no title on the line here because, come on. Jarrell Clark can do this on his own. But after that, there's a run-in by Majik. There's Majik. Run-in attack on Katsushi Takamura. And the purpose of it all, sadly, is to continue their feud. So Jarrell Clark, the world champion, being used as an incidental prop in this situation. But, you know, what the hey, right? Not really. NBD, huh? And who else do we have down here that we might want to do something with? Could have, oof. Striker, he's so happy just to be considered a part of this company, even though I don't do anything with him ever. And probably never will again if I can help it, because he's not been the same since his injury. His stats are awful. He's in the toilet. Onyx already wrestling later tonight. I keep looking over there and being like, maybe. No. Dysfunction does not have a match. Oh no, Dysfunction has a match. What am I saying? It is, yeah, it's Trent Baker that doesn't have a match. Why don't we give Trent Baker a match? Golly, guys. What am I thinking? He's gonna be here. Well, no, not Trent Baker. Well, I mean, he has a match too. Ugh. Sebastian Knight. Yeah, I should have a better grasp of who all of my superstars are, shouldn't I? Yes. Except Knight's not necessarily that great a superstar either, is he? I mean, high speed is his highest skill, and it's not that high. And again, you could say the same for Takamura. How picky have I gotten, folks? Isn't it ridiculous? Let's see, which one of these guys is more over right now? Let's put Robbie Moxley in a match with Sebastian Knight. Match one-on-one, singles, Actually, no, let's make it Louis Moxley versus Sebastian Knight. I've changed my mind because I want the winner to be Sebastian Knight, so that'll mean that there isn't one. We're just putting on a good match. Miss Vanessa does indeed manage Doc Dean. So that's something. Let's start off with an interview here. A single worker. It is going to be Onyx. And he's going to be targeting Doc Dean to hype the match they are going to have tonight. It's the kind of business we're in right now. And an interview with Magic after he beats up Takamura, trying to explain what he's doing. He's trying to break Atsushi Takamura's arm for his master because he has zero miedo. That will make no sense to anybody because even if it did make sense to you, I think that angle is something that I'm watching from a Fed that actually took place months ago. Probably better part of a year ago. JG and I have been attempting to catch up on episodes of Lucha Underground. It was a pretty darn good show, as it turns out, but yeah, it's interesting that way. Keep developing the feud, it's getting interesting. I'm going to have Miss Vanessa have an interview here. There we go. Miss Vanessa with Todd Sexton. And they're going to talk about Jarrell Clark. They're going to talk about issues. They're going to talk about big-ass medallions, talking it up. She's also going to do an interview here. Miss Vanessa with Doc Dean. And they're going to talk about Onyx. Because they want to hype the match tonight. Because this is a big match tonight, folks. This is the kind of big fight feel you get on occasions such as this. Let's have Enigma announce Black Dragon versus Onyx for the next pay-per-view. Enigma, Black Dragon, and Onyx. I may have done this already. I forget. I know I've done it before because, of course, they did have a match at the last pay-per-view. I feel like I may have already done that for this particular, preview to this pay-per-view. But, yeah, we'll see. Doesn't matter too much. Does it? If it does, we will soon observe that. Trent Baker's turn was completed, and he's now faced. Trent Baker gained overness from his turn, although the overall rating of the segment was not that high. Sebastian Knight's in the ring when he gets attacked by Dysfunction. Beating follows until Trent Baker runs out and back and makes the save, driving off Dysfunctio, signifying his face turn. Onyx is backstage. He's on hype duty for a match with Doc Dean, 64%. Jarrell Clark versus Katsushi Takamura. They put on a decent match. Jarrell Clark manages to get a little something out of Takamura. Of course, the crowd is pretty dang into it because the champ is there. Majik is backstage. That's a mediocre segment by a mediocre star. Miss Vanessa got Doc Dean some overness through their interview segment, so that's good. Dysfunction versus Trent Baker. See, for these two, that's a pretty decent quality match. 74%. They're never going to light the world on fire, those two, I think. But Todd Sexton, his contract is coming up. I imagine I won't renew him in 8 months when he comes back. Or Trent Baker, his contract comes up in 8 months. I imagine I won't renew it. But he will have gotten a great big push here. I hope he can carry that to another company. And wish him the very best. Enigma, Chill Factor, we'll see Black Dragon and Onyx fight one-on-one. 68% match, so I don't know. Doc Dean versus Onyx. Actually, that wasn't the best match they could have put on either, is it? Well, maybe just they weren't feeling their oats tonight. I mean, 69% overall segment. It's still a good segment. It was still a good show. I stand behind my product. Let's have a sip of tea here. Take a look at the Extreme Mail. Louis Moxley wants to be higher up the card. Katsushi Takamura wants to be higher up the card. Onyx is losing morale because I'm not pushing him enough. He wants to be higher up the card. I'm going to delete all this mail. Let's take a look at the roster here and see how much morale Onyx really is losing. He has morale of 37. Well, that would cause him to be unhappy. So let's increase his card position. It's 37. Now he's up to 52 as a mid-carder. Honestly, he really should be an upper mid-carder. But we've managed to push him up into positive morale territory. I believe if we go to a meeting now and look at the unhappy worker conditions, nobody's unhappy. Onyx probably would have been listed as unhappy if I had stopped to note that. Onyx says, I'm glad I'm getting pushed up the card, thanks. Hey, you know what, Onyx? You deserve it. You really do. Now then, we did one more interview between Jarrell Clark and Todd Sexton feud. Oh, we can still develop it. It's still getting interesting. So, all right. 8 and 12. They're still interested in hearing more. They want the hype machine to continue. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, man. Louis Moxley got hurt. He's not involved in a feud right now, but I was planning on those guys are going to be part of the title go-round here in the immediate future. What's wrong? Speak to me, Louis. Oh, I hurt his ankle. Well, okay. You're only out for 2 months. That's not too bad. You're going to miss out. The Moxley brothers will miss out on their big shot at the three-way dance for the tag titles, but that pretty much now just clears it in everybody's mind that it's going to be Dark Souls. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Man, Louis Moxley. I was really hoping that you would be able to be a part of that big event because you guys are a good team and I want to see you guys excel. But this does set up the next tag feud. You know, because the Moxies get to come back with a chip on their shoulder saying they weren't involved for some reason. enigmas holding them back. NWA WF fallen to national level. They released Mark Jindrak, Solo Snuka, bunch of other people. Let's clear all that. Our public image is currently at 32. We have 24 workers in the roster, and the industry is still growing. We're on the grow. Wrestling is a city on the grow. Just imagine a film strip, guys. The aesthetic will fit. Anyhow, folks, this is Bobo the Vulture. This has been an exciting episode of Let's Play Extreme Warfare Revenge. I want to thank you guys all for watching. When we come back next time, we're going to continue the build-up to Chill Factor. We're about halfway there, folks. See you next time. Bye for now.